See you on the other side, Rhodes.
All right, ladies. Now, when you're turning up the dials, remember, ease it up, or you'll kill them.
Hello. Well, you caught me. I was watching a little TV. But now there's another commercial. Let's see what it's about.
You need napkins for everyday use? We got them. They're the best. They are the most absorbent. They are the softest on your face. They are the most economical. For everyday use, for you, your family, and your company. So today, run to the store. Buy our brand. Our brand is the best, the most economical, the softest, the most absorbent. You will see. Buy our brand today. Thank you.
Can you believe that commercial? These commercials and advertisements are everywhere. They're on my cable TV. They're on my computer. They're on my cell phone. They're everywhere. And what am I going to do about it? Nothing. But this particular commercial caught my attention. This doofus on TV is telling me to buy his paper napkins. Well, hey, I'm like everybody else. I buy paper napkins for everyday use. And I usually buy them from that big box store. But this particular commercial and this doofus is telling me to buy his brand because it's better. Well, I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to find out. I'm going to go to that store and I'm going to buy a few brands. And I'm going to test those brands. And I'm going to get help from a few friends. And we're going to find out which one of those brands is really the best. Should be interesting. Should be a little fun. The following portion of this film will tell you what we're going to do. We hope you enjoy it. Welcome back. For our review, we have selected 3 brands to be analyzed. These common brands are available at a well-known big box store. The first brand is Bounty Select Prints by Procter & Gamble in a 220 count package for $3.97. The second brand is Family Napkins, also in prints. They're distributed by Walmart. They come in a 280 count package for $2.52. The third brand is Mardi Gras, also in prints, by Georgia Pacific in a 250 count package for $2.24. Our review is going to be based on 2 key areas: subjective and objective analysis. In the subjective analysis, we will review absorption, eye appeal, strength, texture, and touch and feel quality. In the objective analysis, we will also review absorption and cost per napkin, cost per square inch, the size, and weight per napkin. To conduct this review, we will utilize the help of a few friends. Finally, after our review is complete, the findings and a recommendation will be provided. We hope you find this informative and fun. The objective tests will be conducted first, starting with the absorption test and then followed by the balance of the objective tests. After that, we will then conduct, with the help of a few friends, the subjective tests. In this test of absorption, we are going to place 1 tablespoon of fluid for brand A, brand B, and brand C into these glasses. I've already put tablespoons in brand B, brand C, and now I'll do brand A. Okay. Again, brand A napkin will go in this glass. Brand B napkin will go in the center glass. And brand C napkin will go in the glass on the right. We will wait approximately 1 minute and we'll find out which one of the three brands absorbs the most liquid. So, we'll roll up brand A, place it in, roll up brand B, place it in, and roll up brand C and place it in. Tick tock, tick tock. Tick tock, tick tock. Just touch them a little bit, make sure they're at all the way to the bottom. Well, I think that's been about 1 minute. Let's see what happened. Brand A. Okay, we'll take this out. Brand B. Take this out. Brand C. Take that out. Brand C appears to have the most liquid left in the glass. Brand B, second most, and brand A, the least. So, in this test, again, as a reminder, we have 3 glasses. We placed 1 tablespoon of liquid in each of the glasses. We placed brand A napkin here. We placed brand B napkin here. And we placed brand C napkin here. And the object of the test, again, to see which napkin absorbed the most liquid. A, very little liquid left. B, a little bit more liquid. And C, much more liquid. Now, I'm not going to measure each of those liquids because by the naked eye, it's very clear that brand A absorbed the most, brand B absorbed second most, brand C absorbed the least. So that concludes the objective test on absorption. And very shortly, we will run through the balance of the objective tests. Looking at the cost per napkin, as you can see, the Bounty Select Prints, being brand A, were a little under 2 cents per napkin, while Family Napkins, brand B, and Mardi Gras, brand C, were both just under a penny a napkin, which made brand B and brand C definitely cheaper. When we look at cost per square inch, again, Bounty Select Prints, being brand A, was the most expensive, and Family Napkins and Mardi Gras being much less expensive. The size of the napkin, if important, is shown here with Bounty and Family Napkins approximately 12 by 12, but the Mardi Gras is a little different, being 11.5 by 12.5. Weight per napkin, Very, very small numbers, as you can see, ranging from 0.0049 to 0.0041. Fairly insignificant, but it does indicate that Bounty is a little heavier of a napkin, which obviously might explain why the absorption test was in Bounty's favor. So the conclusion of the objective tests, after seeing absorption, looking at the weight per napkin, looking at the size, looking at the costs, was that the overall best quality was brand A, which was Bounty, and the least cost was brand C, which is Mardi Gras. Brand B, family napkins, falling somewhere in between. Again, least cost being brand C, and if the least cost is the most important for the consumer, then that's the one that would be preferred. However, Bounty being brand A was definitely the best quality at a little higher cost. For the subjective tests, we will use some technically sensitive and calibrated equipment. This includes cups, plates, butter knife, and a towel. A common table sauce will also be used. The tests are unrehearsed, non-scripted, spontaneous, and shot at the participant's home. Most importantly, the participants are unaware of the brands. Okay, here we are. We have cups A, B, and C, and as you've seen in prior portions of this film, we have brand A, brand B, brand C napkins. This is our technical equipment, as you know. We have plates marked as well, A, B, and C. So Kay, take out one napkin from each cup and set it in the appropriate flat plate. Take out one from brand A, lay it flat. Okay, so just looking at those 3 napkins laying flat without touching them, what is your impression of the eye appeal of each of those napkins, and which one would you rank number 1, 2, and 3 from how they look to you?
I like A.
That's C.
I like C as number 1. A is number 2, and B is number 3.
Okay, now, without picking them up, just kind of lightly put your hand on them and tell me what you think of the texture of each one. And then tell me which one you think is the best texture, 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, texture A seems pretty absorbent to me.
I didn't ask you absorbent.
Oh.
So just the texture.
Let's see.
Yeah.
The texture, it's thick. It's thick?
Okay.
Okay, number B seems pretty, the texture seems pretty thin. And number C, a medium texture.
Okay, so now pick one up, one at a time, whichever one you want, and I want you to give me your impression of how it feels to your hands, to your face, the touch and the feel quality of the napkin.
And then pick it up, you know.
Yeah, if you want.
I mean,
sure.
I don't have to give the answer till I touch
No,
them.
yeah,
Okay.
do them all a little bit. This again is your impression of the touch and the feel quality of the napkin.
Okay. All right, texture A and the quality, that seems softer. Now, can I use the word absorbent in it? This seems very soft. This is rough. Number B seems pretty rough to me. And number C, I have to go with a medium again, with the softness in that.
So how would you rate them?
I still would rate this one number A, with the best softness and smoothness.
Okay.
And number B would be my third choice.
Okay.
And number C, I would rate in the middle of the two of them.
Okay. All right. Now, how would you define strength in a paper napkin? Because obviously you buy paper napkins at home. Most of us do. How would you view strength as? How would you test it? If you pick this up, do you think you should just be able to rip it apart, or how would you view strength as in a napkin?
Well, I would figure probably go like, I'd want to rip it.
Okay, no, that's why there's plenty there. Go ahead, do what you want. Pull it apart.
Well, okay, this seems pretty, sturdy. Wouldn't rip right apart. Okay, I would do this for one thing, and if I could, I would like try to see if water would melt through it. This one seemed a little flimsy to me. I don't think this would, if I really tugged at it, it would rip. I'll put another one in.
No, that's A cup.
Whoops, let's see. Whoops. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. And number C here, let's see how this goes. Oh, it isn't too bad. Well, I whipped in my hand. But it's not really, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think I would buy number C.
So in yanking and ripping them, how would you rank them as you view them in terms of strong or strength?
I would say A. I would probably, buy this one. I feel it's pretty strong with the pulling and B and C, I really don't think I would buy because of the way they are.
So A is definitely the strongest from what you can tell.
What I can tell.
And then how would you rank these two?
These two, I think, of these two, I still think B would be the least strongest, and then C
would be the second?
The second.
Okay.
I may be all wet, but that's what I think.
All right. Now for the last subjective test, take a little ketchup and either put it on your hand like this, or put a little dab on your face, whichever you prefer. And what we're going to do, and you can use the little knife tool if you wish to use, what we're going to do is we're just going to find out as you take a napkin and just pat it, not scrub it, just pat it, do you think there's a difference in how A, B, and C absorbs that little ketchup on your face?
Okay, so I have to do it 3 times.
Yeah. Again, don't scrub, just kind of pat.
Yeah. Oh.
And it'll give you an idea, I think, how well they absorb.
Oh, now I left stuff. Okay. I still have stuff on me. Okay. Absorbent wise.
So were you able to feel like there was a difference?
Yeah. Well, especially with this one. On A, I could feel, to me, it did absorb pretty well. Now, between these two, it was harder. I think they're, I would guess this absorbed better than number C, I think. But they weren't as good as A, in my opinion.
Okay.
That would be wrong.
Okay, we have 3 brands set up, as we've seen in the past: brand A, brand B, and brand C. So, we're going to ask you a few questions on your subjective assessment of these 3 brands of napkins. Okay. So, based on what you see without touching, how would you rank these 3 brands, A, B, and C, in terms of eye appeal? What would you say, just looking at them?
C would be 3.
C would be your
My
most
first
appealing.
choice. Yes.
Okay. What about second and third choice?
Oh. A would be second choice, and B would be third choice.
Okay. Now we're going to get your opinion on texture. So what we want you to do is just kind of lightly touch each napkin
Okay.
and tell me, rank them in terms of your assessment of the texture of the napkin.
I have to touch them.
Well, it might be easier. You don't have to.
Well, I would say right off the bat, C is 3, B is 1, and A is 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what we want you to do, we want to assess the quality and the touch and feel of 3 brands of napkins. So pick up one at a time,
Okay.
and there's no rush. You can put it down, pick it up, whatever you want to do. We want your feeling on which one is the best in terms of touch and feel in your hands,
Okay.
and however you want to do it.
A is 3, B is 1, and C is 2.
Okay?
My final answer.
And you're sticking to it. Okay, now we want to assess what you think of how strong they are.
By looking? Just by looking?
No, pick it up.
Oh.
However you want to do it, pick it up. You can try to rip it apart, just kind of play with it. See what you think in terms of which one you think would be the strongest in terms of strength and for daily use. Like how you feel about that.
Okay, I would say A is 3, B is 1, and C is 2.
Okay. That was pretty straightforward.
It surprised me. I didn't think by looking at it, I thought I was going to have different answers.
Well, that's why you got to pick it up and
Yeah.
feel it.
Okay.
Okay, the last test is absorption. So what we would like you to do is take a little ketchup,
Okay.
and we have an approved little butter knife there if you wish to use. Put a little ketchup either on your face or on your hand, and then take each napkin and don't rub it, just pat it, and see if you can discern a little difference in how each one absorbs a little ketchup off your hands or face.
Oh, I'll start with A. Should I put it back there?
Yeah, that's fine. As you can see, we have plenty of napkins. Whatever. But again, don't rub it, just
Just.
pat it and see how it absorbs something off your skin.
Do I only get to do it one time?
No, do it. Do it whatever. Do it a second or third. Put ketchup all over your face if you want.
I
That would
don't.
be funny.
Because I didn't really dab the first time around.
Oh, that's fine. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my own ketchup. Now the last participant put it on her face.
She did.
I did.
Okay, I'm set.
Okay.
Were
So-
you able to distinguish a little difference?
Yeah, and again, I'm surprised again. A is 3, B is 2, and B is 1, and C is 2.
And again, not what I thought it was going to be.
Why do you say that?
I thought originally, just by looking, I thought C was the champion.
The champion.
The champion of napkins. But
that was based on initially appearance. You thought it looked pretty nice.
Yeah, because the texture looked good, it looked thick, it looked a little cushiony, it looked like it was going to absorb better, so I'm surprised.
So just by looking doesn't always really tell you.
Right.
So that's it. Thank you very much for your participation in this scientific test.
You're very welcome. I hope I can participate in the next test.
Okay. Participant. As you can see, Dick, we have 3 cups here, brand A, B, and C, and we have 3 plates, A, B, and C, and there's a napkin in each one. So we're going to ask you a series of questions to get your feelings about these 3 brands of napkins.
Okay.
So the first question is, just by looking at the napkins and without touching, what is your opinion of each napkin in terms of eye appeal to you? And we're going to rank them 1, 2, 3, 3 being the top and the 1 being the least.
3 would be C, 2 would be A, B would be 1.
Okay. Now secondly, without picking up the napkin, just kind of touching it lightly, tell us what you think of the texture of the napkin, just by a light touch and ranking them 3, 2, 1. Getting your impression of the texture.
A3, C2, B1.
Okay. Now we want to assess your feeling on the quality of the touch and the feel on the napkin. So go ahead, pick up one napkin one at a time. Pick it up more than once if you want. And we want to know your feeling. Which is the best in terms of touching and feeling quality? And which is the second best and which is the third best?
A3, C2, B1.
Okay. All right, the fourth test is your feeling about the strength of the napkin. So pick up the napkins one at a time, play with it, try to tear it, get your overall feeling of how strong you think a napkin is. And we got plenty of napkins, so it's not a problem.
B3, A2, C1.
Okay, all right, good. Now the last test is we're going to test absorption. So we want you to take a little ketchup, put it either on your a little bit on your face or a little bit on your hand, and then we're going to dab the napkin, not rub, just dab it. See if you can get a feeling that one is more absorbent than another. And you can use another napkin. As you see, we have plenty. You don't have to use a torn napkin. Okay, that's good.
A3, B2, C1.
Okay. All right. Great. So we thank you for your participation in helping with paper napkin analysis.
You are so welcome.
Okay, thank you. Here we are with our next participant, and you'll see in front of you, you have 3 cups marked A, B, and C, and you have 3 plates, A, B, and C. So take out a napkin from A and lay it flat in plate A, and do the same with cup B and C. All right, now, without touching those 3 napkins, tell me what kind of eye appeal they have to you. Just looking at them, which ones appeal to you and which ones don't.
Butterflies.
And rank them 3, 2, 1, like 3 the best, and 2 the second best, and 1
3,
the
2,
least.
1.
What's 3?
Butterflies.
What's the butterfly? C. All right, so you rank 3, and cup B is 2.
No, what? 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
A. All right.
A.
Okay, good, good. Now touching each napkin lightly, and you can touch it as much as you want and go back and forth. Just tell me how you perceive and what you like best is the texture of the napkin. So you can just feel them lightly, see what you think about the texture.
Do you want to know which one I like the best?
Yeah, from a texture, just
A.
the texture. All right, so A you think is the best. What's second best?
Butterflies.
Which is C.
C.
Okay. Now, do that again. Pick them up. Feel it a little bit more. And forget the texture. Just tell me how you feel is the quality of each napkin as you touch and feel it.
Oh, I can tell you that right now.
Okay.
ACB.
ACB?
A is the best, and then C, and then B.
Okay. Now the fourth question we're going to ask you is about strength. In other words, how strong do you feel these napkins are? So you can pick up one at a time, try to tear it, do it, whatever like that. See how you feel which is the strongest versus the other ones.
A is the strongest, and then B, and C is the weakest.
Okay. Now the last test is we're going to check absorption. Your perception about how well these absorb. So what we'd like you to do is take a little ketchup, either put a little on your hand or put a little on your face. Either way.
Okay.
And then you're going to test each napkin. You're not going to scrub. You're just going to kind of pat and see if you can tell a difference of how each one absorbs that ketchup versus the others.
You want me to pat ketchup on my hand?
No, just put a little ketchup on your face or your
I
hand.
don't think it's on my face.
Well, you
What's
can put it
wrong
on
with
your hand. Okay, and then pat lightly with each napkin to try to see if you think the absorption is any different between A, B, and C.
Well, I gotta put more on now.
Yeah, that's fine. You could do it a second time if you wish.
I don't want any more ketchup on me.
Okay.
C's the best,
C's the best.
and then A, and B's the worst.
Okay, so generally you ranked A overall, probably the best scores. I'll add them all up later. You had A like 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, and C you had 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, and brand B you had a 2 and the rest ones.
Okay.
So you generally found A to be the better napkin, generally,
Okay.
from your scores.
Thanks. Was that it? That's all
So-
I need to do?
Yes, so thank you for your participation. It was very helpful.
Okay.
Our next participant. So the first thing we want you to do is just look at the 3 napkins. We have cups A, B, and C, and those are brands, and they're in A, B, C plates. So just looking at those 3 napkins, how would you rate 3 to 1 their general eye appeal to you?
Okay.
So just looking at it without touching.
Yeah. C is the first feeling, and B, then A.
Okay. Now, just touching each napkin lightly, what is your impression of those 3 brands in terms of the texture of the napkin? From a 3 to 1, best to least.
Pretty much the same, but we'll just keep the order the same.
So you think,
CBA.
okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now you're going to pick up each napkin, once, twice, however you want, and we want to know what your general feeling is of the quality of the touch and the feel of the napkin. So you can pick up each one at a time and take your time and decide from a quality of touch and feel which one is number 3, which is second, and which is 1.
A is 1. And then B is 2 and C is 3.
Okay, that's good. Very good. All right, now you get to pick each one up and try to rip it apart, or however you want to do it, to try to make a decision of how you view the strength of each napkin. So you pick it up, tear it, however you want to play with it to see how you feel they are from strength.
Okay, I go A, C, B.
A, C, B. Okay. Now our last test is there. As you see, there's some ketchup there. Actually, that little butter knife, I forgot to tell Lexi, is the official ketchup spreader if you wanted to use it. But what we would like you to do is to take a little ketchup, either put it on your hand or on your face, and then with each napkin, don't rub, just dab it, the ketchup, and see if you can see which one absorbs better than the others, if there's a difference. So you can put you can put a little ketchup on your face or on your hand. And again, we're not rubbing with the napkin, we're just dabbing. And you might put more ketchup on. Okay.
Say more.
You can dab a little bit, just don't rub.
Okay, so I go C, B, A.
C. C being you thought it absorbed the best,
Yeah.
and then B the second, and A the last.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so those are the 5 tests. So we thank you for your participation. Now you have, we have the official towel there, but nobody's ever used it yet. But that's all. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Well, there you have it. Let's review the results from these subjective tests. Looking at it from a total point perspective, brand A had 62 points, or 41.3%. Brand B had 34 points, or 22.7%. And brand C had 54 points, or 36%. Looking at the breakdown, as you can see on the chart, in each category, each brand received a certain amount of points. So for example, in absorption, brand A had 12 points, brand B had 8 points, and brand C had 10 points, and so on and so on. Now looking at this total point breakdown, the general conclusions would be that brand A scored highest in 3 of the 5 tests and tied for highest in 1 test. Brand C scored highest in 1 test and tied for highest in 1 test. And brand B had least points in 4 of 5 tests and tied for least in another test. So as we look at this information and this analysis, as we stated in the beginning of the film, our goal was to find out which paper napkin is the best. And with the help of a few friends, this goal has been accomplished. Bounty Select Prints brand A had superior absorption in the objective test and scored the highest points in the subjective tests. But it's important to note that brand B and C, Family Napkins and Mardi Gras, both in prints, were more economical. Mardi Gras also scored well in eye appeal and texture. Therefore, depending on your needs and desires, the 3 brands all can be purchased and all can perform adequately. However, the best brand and my recommendation is brand A, Bounty Select Prints. A couple additional items. Now, this test, as you know, and this analysis is very controversial, and we may get comments and feedback regarding other brands. So it is possible at some point in the future additional analysis may be required. Secondly, we'd like to personally thank all the participants and everybody's help to make this paper napkins possible. Lastly, there were some participants that really did not make any contributions. We're going to see that shortly. Thank you very much for viewing this film.